Hi everyone, it's Mrs. Chang here. Just going to give you a quick review of all the things you're going to be doing for today and tomorrow's class. Okay, we only have class every other day as a reminder, so when I assign work today, you won't have any extra work for tomorrow. Okay, so the first thing I'd like you to do is you'll see on our Google Classroom that I've set up a library inventory form. This is just to help us remember what books you do have checked out from our classroom library so that if we don't see you for a while, we can remind you gently to please return those books. So when you receive the form, you'll be asked to put the name of the book and the author here. And then also if you could just remember to identify the number on the side of your unwind book. I do have the copy with your signatures, but it would be a lot easier for me later on in the year to have it in one place. So if you can add that identification number also here. If you didn't receive an unwind book, click here, and if you did receive it, put the identification number under other. Okay, thank you so much. The next thing I'd like you to do is we're going to be working on getting back into our reading, independent reading. So I'd like you to fill out this form. Again, if you want to access the form, you need to press File, make a copy, and that way it's then your own form. I recommend that you call it something for yourself, maybe your name. So your name, what I'm reading list. And if you want to organize your files, don't forget that you are able to organize your files in Google Drive by clicking on this button and remembering to keep your stuff all together. So I recommended we have an English folder at the beginning of the year. You should be keeping all of your quick writes and everything in a folder so it's a lot easier for you to find. It's just a suggestion. Okay. Meanwhile, once you do make a copy, you're able to type in the name of the book that you're currently reading at home, the author, how many pages does the whole book have, when you started approximately, and if you finished the book or abandoned it, do remember to put did not finish so we know, and preferably the page number right after where you stopped so we get an idea. Okay, let's talk about reading goals. So remember at the beginning of the year, we were always talking about how we want to keep track if you're reading for 2 hours a week. So on the Google Classroom, you'll find that I've made a calculator for everyone to use if they want. So in order to use the calculator, you have to make a copy of the spreadsheet. Okay, don't forget to do that or it won't let you type into it. And then you're going to type your answers on this column. Do not type anything in column C because this is where I've put in the formulas to help you be able to quickly get your weekly page amount. So you put in the name of your book here, the number of pages. So let's say I'm reading, the whole book is 200 pages in total. I read for 10 minutes, and what page did I start on? I started on page 1, and then I decided I read for 10 minutes, and I read maybe 5 pages in 10 minutes, and automatically it'll tell me that my reading rate is 4 pages a minute approximately, and it's expecting me to read about 48 pages a minute. Okay, and as we progress in the course, maybe you find that your reading rate starts to improve with different types of books. So let's say I read 10 pages in 10 minutes. It would calculate this new book, how many pages I would be able to read in 10 minutes. So the trick here is just do not type in this column C, only type here, only type in the parts that are regular font. The colored parts are where the computer calculates, okay? Once you have that total reading rate of how many pages you should be aiming for in 2 hours of a week, you can then add that information back here, and this is what the weekly page goal means as a reminder. Okay, it means how many pages are you trying to read in 2 hours every week. If you can exceed that, amazing. We're really happy.